The IRONMAN World Championships in Hawaii is an event like no other.
It's just the conditions, the wind, the heat, just the buzz around the event. For first-timers, it's so much to cope with, so on all counts, it's massively challenging.
And amongst its competitors, IronMāori legend Wayne Skipworth.
This is the 10-year dream.
Now Wayne is getting ready to put himself to the test, competing against the world's best in Hawaii.
Dreams do come true, and it's happening now.
At the foot of the Herataunga Ranges lies the sleepy village of Pakipaki, home to IronMāori founders Wayne and Heather Skipworth. It's a busy morning for the couple, with another IronMāori event to prepare for. 10 years on from their first competition, the kaupapa behind IronMāori is still the same.
It's about whanaungatanga, manaakitanga, and it's about like-minded people getting together to achieve a goal that they've set for themselves. And once they've achieved it, feeling that sense of achievement, transferring it into their everyday lives. That's IronMāori.
IronMāori was established in 2009 with 300 participants. It now attracts 6,000 competitors, making it the largest half and quarter triathlon in Aotearoa.
Iron is the warrior instinct in us, and Māori is who we are, so that was going to be the magnet to attract our whānau, which it did.
While it's a kaupapa Māori competition, it's open to everyone, and they all come.
Did you ever think it would be as big as it is today?
No, never at all, did we, Heather?
I thought we were just looking after kahungunu. You know, I just thought, right, it's the whānau around here, and it just grew exponentially, so yeah, it blew our minds.
So we're going to have them stop here.
While Heather runs the ship in their humble office in Hastings, Wayne is in charge of merchandise and training.
30 more seconds and we're going to pick up the pace.
He leads by example. He's approachable, and that's the difference with IronMāori. You're never too good to not ride with the slowest.
Waiora Rogers is an IronMāori ambassador and a regular at Wayne's spin class.
It's the most wonderful thing you can belong to. And seeing our people, you know, all shapes and sizes, it's wonderful. It's something that's really done a lot for our people.
The 72-year-old has run in over 30 marathons and competed at all the half IronMāori events, plus some of the quarters.
When we first started, Auntie was 62, and we'd go for a run out in the Havelock Hills, and I'm like trying to catch Auntie Waiora, and you know, I was like 30, mid-30s, and I'm thinking, what's wrong with this picture? And at first it was embarrassment, and then it was like, no, that's actually admiration and inspiration, that when I get to 60, I should look forward to that because I can still do what Auntie's doing.
IronMāori has transformed the lives of thousands of ordinary people, like Albie Hawea.
This is Rowdy. I needed something to help me, and IronMāori was the vehicle I used to help me. It has led on to good health, it's led on to people believing in themselves, and I just want to say that it's given me an opportunity to go and do Ironman in Taupō, which I would never been able to do. And I can say to this day, if it wasn't for IronMāori, I wouldn't have been doing 7 half tries, I wouldn't be doing Rotorua Marathon, and I certainly wouldn't have done Taupō Ironman.
Heather believes it's because their event is for Māori by Māori.
Māori initiatives work because they're values-based. They're not government-led, fed, or box tickers. They're about what the whānau want out of it. So when people come to IronMāori, it's a smoke-free, alcohol-free and drug-free kaupapa. But not once do we say, oh, if you want to come to a spin class, you know, you must be drug-free, da-da-da-da. By association, eventually people don't want to do that type of thing because they enjoy the company, and that company doesn't come with that. So just by association, people stop smoking, they stop drinking.
And in July this year, Wayne's contribution to the sport was rewarded with a golden ticket to the World Championships in Hawaii. Heather took the initial call from Ironman New Zealand.
What he said was the Ironman New Zealand team had nominated him and that he had been picked, and they'll pay for his flights and accommodation and his entry, and do I think he'll do it and is he fit enough to do it? I said, oh, he's gonna do it. And yes, I think he'll be fit enough. We've got a good coach that'll get him there.
Ironman New Zealand surprised their new ambassador while teaching his spin class.
Okay, so Wayne has no idea, so this is going to be a huge surprise for him.
We worked out how we could stage this without him knowing. So it was about 3 weeks when I got told. Come the day, I couldn't wait to get it out. Like, lying to Wayne was so hard.
So, Wayne, this is a story, my friend. Every year, Ironman select a few people globally to be ambassadors to race at the IRONMAN World Championship, Kailua, Kona. And you, my friend, you're one of them.
When he told me, the first thing I thought was that for next year, you know, the following year. He goes, no, it's in about 11 weeks' time. And I went, okay, I can do this.
His community says there's nobody more deserving than Wayne.
I was wrapped for him. I'm Māori representing New Zealand at Ironman. It's a worldwide event.
He trains hard and he promotes it hard, but he's always giving and he's always talking to people, and then he's sharing his knowledge and that. And plus he's a great father and he's a great husband, yeah.
With only 11 weeks to prepare for the biggest event of his life, Wayne has put everything aside to focus in on his training for the Ironman World Championships in Hawaii.
Most of the week I'm training twice a day, gym work, swimming, cycling in the afternoon, spin classes, and the hours are slowly increasing as I get closer to the event. And then with my greens, higher in iron, fibre.
Just as important as training is Wayne's nutrition. Fueling his body is essential for Wayne's intense training regime.
When you're doing training for Ironman or doing Ironman, you always got to think 2 hours ahead. One thing you don't want to do is hit the wall and run out of energy, because once you hit that, it's hard to recover. So in Ironman, it sort of trains you to always thinking ahead, not just in nutrition, but everything, you know.
But Wayne wouldn't be able to prepare like this without Heather, who's making sure her husband can commit fully to his goal.
It's about making sure that his build-up is good, because on the day he's representing all of us. So if I can do all the mundane hard stuff for him now, then he'll produce for us on the day.
And that means Wayne can focus on the mammoth task ahead.
I'm leaving 10 days out just to go there and get used to the heat, and then go on the course, train on the course, swim on the course, run on the course, and get hyped up with all the other athletes.
Next, we join Wayne in Hawaii as he prepares to take on the world's best.
I'm not a superstar, but I felt like I was a superstar. That's how I've been treated like royalty.
Hawaii, the picture-perfect backdrop for the toughest Ironman on the planet.
So I got here, I got a hell of a fright because the humidity and the heat was just melting me.
With just over a week to adjust to the conditions before race day, Wayne has been getting stuck into his preparations.
So when I got here, I was tapering. So the biggest swim I had was a 40-minute swim, and then a couple of days later was a 30-minute swim. And my biggest ride was a 3-hour ride out past the airport onto the lava plateaus, and then it went down to 1 hour bike ride.
Alone for the week, it's not just the physical preparation that's challenging.
Mentally it was quite intense. On my mind was, I have to finish. wasn't just for me, but I had IronMāori whānau, I had Aotearoa New Zealand and Oceania, and that was a bit of weight to carry, and there was no such thing of not finishing. I had to finish. So, yeah, it was pretty heavy.
It's the day before race day, and Heather is back by his side. Wayne is dropping off his bike and gear to the transition area, one step closer to race day.
Oh, here we got Wayne Skipworth joining us from New Zealand. He started IronMāori.
Well, I felt like I was a celebrity, you know, and they call your name out, where you're from. I'm not a superstar, but I felt like I was a superstar. That's how I've been treated like royalty.
Thinking about tomorrow and what it means to race is emotional. The realisation of a dream.
Coming down Alihi Drive towards the finish line, that's my dream. Completing the whole day, you know. This is the 10-year dream. Very emotional. Yeah. Dreams do come true, and it's happening now. I've had so much support, you know, with Heather, my kids, my whānau. I'm Māori, New Zealand, Aotearoa. They're all with me.
It's race day, and even before the sun rises, the atmosphere is electric, with athletes and supporters buzzing around the venue. As anticipation builds, Wayne and Heather start their day with a karakia. Then it's off to prepare for the start line. Waves of competitors come through the lanes, awaiting the start of their race.
The vibes, yeah, amazing. One thing I regret is not bringing our Tino Rangatiratanga flag over.
Amongst the 2,500 competitors, living out his dream is IronMāori King Wayne Skipworth.
How are you feeling? You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I just want to get in the water now.
The IRONMAN World Championships have been held annually in Hawaii since 1978, and Wayne's group is the last to head out to the start line.
The sea was a bit rough, was quite rolly. Some big swells were coming in.
The swim is the shortest distance of the race before they get on the bike.
Looking good, brother.
Just as expected, Wayne has come through the swim leg in around the hour 20 mark, but not without some challenges.
Glasses. Yeah, that's about his normal Ironman swim time, so he'll be pleased with that. He'll be thinking about his glasses, and then he'll be like, too bad, they're gone.
He's lost his glasses, but he can't stop. It's onto the cycle leg, a massive 180 kilometres, which will be even more challenging without them.
He said probably he's looking at about 7 hours. I reckon he'll do earlier, but he reckons 7 hours.
The competitors head north out of town towards the tip of the island, and then they make their way back to base.
He'll be thinking, take your time, pace yourself, make sure you have your nutrition on time. Hydration is really important, so he doesn't dehydrate.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Aside from the actual distance, it's the wind that will trouble the cyclists, but not Wayne.
There was times when you were biking on an angle, you're leaning into the wind, so there's no goggles, you got this bits of dust and insects flying around, but you just got to go with it.
As Wayne makes it back to town, his support crew is waiting.
Usually we're on the outside watching, going, oh, it would be so cool. And we had someone on the inside, so we kind of felt like we were on the inside.
Hey, darling. I know, it's beautiful out there.
You've done a massive run. See you soon. Bye.
like that's like 2/3, I guess, of the course done. How will he be feeling now?
He's amped, he's busy, and I can see he's pumping. He's happy as he did a massive bike ride, especially in the 30-degree heat. We were tracking him, he was passing people, and yeah, let's hope that's to his advantage. But he's never looked like that coming off a bike at a normal at New Zealand Ironman, so I'm happy for him.
Awesome. This truly is one of the toughest Ironman on the planet, with the conditions, 30-degree heat, and the terrain. The other challenge for Wayne is finishing in the allotted time slot, which is 17 hours for the entire event. He's tracking well though. After the swim and the cycle finishing just over 8 hours, he's now onto the final stretch with the run.
And it's Wayne's whānau and friends that will carry him through his last leg.
You know, having them there, that's a huge boost, because they're you, we're one. Yeah, very proud, very honoured, and you know, everyone knows Heather, she's a super supporter, and just having her there encourages even more.
Very good.
As night falls, the wait begins. It's now 14 hours since Wayne started the race, but Wayne is savouring the last few kilometres.
About 3 k's out. You're heading down towards where we first started, and you can hear Mike Riley in the background calling everyone an Ironman. And then you know you're going to finish. So as I got further down, and probably the last 500-600 metres, there's just thousands of people screaming out to you, "You're an Ironman."
It was like waiting at the altar. Yeah, that's how it felt. It was like I was waiting for my man to come through and marry me. It felt like everyone was there, you know, in Waiora. And it was like, Kona, meet IronMāori. That's how it felt. It was like an introduction to a new relationship.
After weeks of sacrifice, thousands of hours training, and hundreds of kilometres raced, Wayne is a Hawaiian Ironman for the first time.
Let's welcome Wayne Skipworth. You are an Ironman. Wayne, you are an Iron Māori.
They say that there's nothing like a first Ironman, but this one here in Kona was like my first. This is the pinnacle of all Ironmans. You're around with the top athletes in the world, and I felt part of that. But I felt like I was in my realm. When I do something, like I think I do the best that I can be, and be with the best. And I just felt like I was with the best, being the best that I could be. Yeah.